So we went over. We thought it might be for ministry. God definitely moved us, but it was not, like I said, not what we thought it was for. It was to shape us and mold us and to strip away some stuff that needed to be stripped away. The first day we arrived, Brittany fell apart. She wanted to get on the very next plane back to South Africa.
The second we stepped into that house, I was like,
yeah,
I'm done. Tom says it's, like, I don't know how biblical it is, but he says it's like we literally walked out from under the hand of God. That's how it felt. It was like darkness. It was just this like heavy, hectic presence that was on us the second we entered that country. I even remember phoning Susanna and saying, like, is it a dream? Like, am I gonna wake up at some point and realize, oh, it's okay, thank goodness that was just a really bad dream and I'll never have to do it in reality.
And I think because we were sent, because we were heavily involved in the church and we deceived ourselves into thinking we were going for ministry, the elders sent us and prayed over us, and that was great, but it was also, it was confusing for us because we thought we were there for that, and ultimately we weren't. Ultimately we were there to learn, but we were holding on to that. I was holding on to that. So Brit and the kids were miserable, and I was trying to like uplift them and say, this is for the ministry. But like we said, after a while, we just realized it wasn't, and the reason we were there was to help us weed out those issues. And that it was tough, man. Honestly, Matt, the worst year of my life.
We tried to make it sound to ourselves like it was God's plan, and it's just amazing how deceitful you can be towards yourself. Like, when people asked us, is it from a place of fear, we were like, no ways, definitely not. But then once we were there and once it was just the two of us, and we had no distractions and just like being brutally honest with each other, we were like, actually, we had fear in our hearts and we didn't put our faith entirely in God for our future. And I think we both learned a lot of humility. I think since we were little teenagers, we were like working and achieving and like stepping up all these rungs on the ladder and just doing like so well in life. And then we realized that everything that we'd built was actually worthless. Like all the money we'd saved and the houses we'd bought and all of that, we lost all of that in this journey. So I've definitely been a lot more humbled.
I have a way bigger heart for people. Like I want people to, it's exhausting telling the story, but I want people to come and engage. If people are struggling with, worrying about this country, fear and even marital issues, we've grown so much, and I just have a heart to share that with people and to learn so they don't have to go through that hardship firsthand. So I've come back a better Christian, more in touch with God, and I think as a result our family as well.
I also think we learned like how important community was. We always knew, we've always been part of this community our entire marriage. We joined like 3 months after we got married. But I don't think we really knew how important community was. And even the last 6 months of being in the Netherlands, we joined church online. Like, we watched everyone preaching online, and it was our same church, and it was the same people that we love, and it was, the same pastor. But it just did not fill the hole that community fills. And when we came back, we were both of us couldn't even sing or listen to the message without crying, because we were like just overwhelmed by the community and being in the presence of community and the support and love that community brings. Like, we've really learned that it's not something that you can replace quickly. It's not something that you can live without effectively. No. And it's not something that you can take for granted.